Hello, this is Jennifer, and this video is being created for game-weapons.com. Today we're going to talk about the fastest way to get to level 90. Have you ever wondered how some people seem to level up so quickly? Are you wondering if there is a secret? The answer is going to be provided in this video. I'm going to show you how to level up the right way. There are three main ways to level up: by doing quests and killing, raiding, or by doing a combination. Depending on your level, it's going to depend on what option you go for. Up until level 15, you cannot use what is called the dungeon finder, and we'll get to that in a second. Your basic bet is to do quests. But when you're doing quests, make sure that on your way to do a quest or on your way to turn in a quest, you're killing everything in your way. This is just going to maximize the amount of experience you get, as opposed to just wasting all that time running back and forth doing quests. If by some chance you are in a guild or you have friends, you can take on some of the bigger quests, more challenging ones, by doing them in a group. If, however, you're new or you don't really know anybody, you're basically soloing, that's fine. Go ahead and solo. But like I said, when you're doing your quests, make sure that you're killing everything you see in between, going back and forth. Once you hit level 15, you want to start using the dungeon finder. The dungeon finder is great. You get some great experience. You'll see down at the bottom of your screen it says dungeon finder, and you can also hit the key I and that will open it up. But it looks like actually a funky green eye. You want to click on that, and it'll open up this little pop-up menu. And what you'll have here is it'll tell you the type. Now, the higher you are, the more options that you're going to have. But I'm only a level 54, so my options right now are limited. If you click on the drop-down menu, you can see that you can go to specific dungeons. This will list all the dungeons that are appropriate for your level. So basically, you're not going to set, at my level, at level 54, I'm not going to see dungeons on there that, a level 20 can do. I'm going to have ones for my range. Now, if I want to, I can unchoose dungeons that I don't want to do, because the ones in yellow are your best bet. You'll get the most experience for the ones in yellow. And it'll tell you that's between levels 50 to 60, 51 to 61. The ones in green are pretty much the easy dungeons. But the higher you get, the longer it takes for you to get queued into one of the dungeon groups, because once you reach in like level, say, 85, there are not as many 85s running around as there are, say, level, 54. So it basically, the way it works is it finds people in your level, groups you together, and puts you into one of these dungeons. So at this level, and I'm going to go back and check all these, I'll get into a dungeon pretty fast. Now you'll notice there's some things at the top here. This is the role that you're going to play while you're in the dungeon. I only have 2 out of the 4 lit up. Right here, this is me. This is for DPS, or damage per second, and it tells you on the little menu that it indicates you're willing to take on the role of dealing damage to enemies. The green flag indicates that you're an experienced player and are comfortable instructing the group in how to overcome the encounters. I am experienced, but I'm a little lazy. I don't feel like instructing people. I just want to go in and kill. If by some chance you have one of these two, that's because that's the type of character you have. For instance, shamans are good healers. So if that is your character, you should see this little icon lit up. This means that you're willing to heal your enemies when they take damage, and there should be a little box for you to check off if that was the role that you wanted to play. This box over here with the shield is for the tank. The tank is the one that leads the party and protects them from all the enemies, uses aggro, mainly warrior classes, but there are other classes as well that are really good times. Anyhow, I obviously can't do either of those roles, so I'm going to go with the DPS. Once you make your choices, you're going to hit Find Group. Let's say you're now queued in the Dungeon Finder, and I am going to, well, I'll be back when I get in a dungeon. Okay, I've just been notified that I can enter a dungeon. At this point, if I don't like that dungeon, I can leave the queue, but I'm going to enter. And it's giving you a ready check, which shows that all these roles have been fulfilled. We are just now waiting on another DPS. And it gives you a certain amount of time over here before it... Nope. Someone has declined the invite. It has been returned. And already we're queued back up to go back in. Someone declined. Apparently somebody does not like sunken temples. So, I'm going to pause here and I'll be back when I actually get into a dungeon. Okay, we finally got a group to go to Sunken Temple. So, here we go. Now I want you to notice where my bar is at the bottom here. That's when I begin starting out. I need to Now, I'm not really good at multitasking when it comes to video and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the video while I continue to play, and when I'm finished I'll come back to show you how much of a difference that made. I'll be back. Okay, I wanted to get to a safe spot. I just finished that dungeon. Took me about 15 minutes with the group, maybe not even 15 minutes. And look how many bars I got. I am only 2.5 bars away now from the next level. In addition to great experience, you also get some awesome drops. That's where you can make a lot of money. So that would be your best way. Once you get to level 85, you're going to have to do some new area questing that they just released for Mists of Pandaria. But basically, it's the same thing. You want to do your questing, you want to do the raiding, and before long, you'll be up to that level 90. Thanks for watching.